So, hey y'all, just wanted to come in real quick and give you a quick update, um, quick Lipo 360 update. So, I am 2 weeks and 1 day post op. Yesterday, I left out and went to my office. If you don't know, I am self-employed. I have a branding firm and also a boutique. I look crazy today. I'm actually like super cold. I don't know why. But yesterday I left out and did work, I'll say like 5 hours without any issues. Now I will say like this whole process has been like super emotional for a few different reasons. And one of the reasons is just me, like mentally being your own like little weird space because your body is going through all these different transitions and having these thoughts like, oh my God, why did I do this? Because it's not painful, it's just uncomfortable. And there were some times that I was questioning, like, why the fuck did I do this? But got through that, and then there were days when I was feeling, fine and ready, ready to conquer the world. And yesterday was one of those days. Today, I did have a follow-up with my amazing doctor. He is so dope. That whole squad is so dope. So I had an appointment yesterday with my doctor, and I told him that. So I do have on a board and just some panties on right now, and it's just a small board right in the front. But I did have, it looked like it was like a big pouch. Let me stand up. It can't, like, this is just a one-piece little jogging suit that I just decided to put on, like, just because I was where I was going today. So I had like this, it was like a pouch that was right here. So like all of this is super like snatched in. And again, I have a board literally on right here that I just put on because I was walking up the steps. But you can see like this is how, and I'm not going to show you guys like the picture yet of how small my waist is. It's definitely small. But even when I put this on this morning and last night, when I put this on this morning, my husband, you could tell that right here, there was like a bulge right here. And I noticed that was a little, that's what felt like it was hurting to me. It felt like it was like pulling, with gravity. It felt like there was fluid. So it like actually like to touch it, it felt real like, think waterbed is how my abs felt. Well, not my abs, my little pooch down there felt. My abs, fine. No pain, no anything. Sleeping at night has been a lot the last 2 days because of that fluid. And it was real weird because, you have the compression garment on and everybody says compress. But sometimes your body just does not want to absorb or do whatever. Yeah, I'm freezing. Or do whatever, depending on everybody's body is different. So for me to sleep, even on my back, like, but especially now that I know like what massages do, I noticed the difference. Like I felt like there was like drainage going into my back and stuff, and it was just so uncomfortable. I did sleep on my stomach and took a Tylenol. I am only taking Tylenol. I'm not taking anything heavy. But it's still been like a lot because you get up every hour on the hour and just not feeling like your best. So when I had to talk with him yesterday and I was telling him about the fluid that I felt like was right here, I'm like, that's the only place that I'm like actually hurting. Like nothing else hurts. Like your skin is definitely sensitive because of what they did. So like, and then when you're wearing like the garment, it might rub, which is why you want to make sure you have your seamless tank tops and stuff on. But for me, it was that constant pulling that was driving me insane. So like even with walking, like I felt like I had to literally bind my bottom half up in order to not feel it. And, he's like, well, walk, are you walking? I'm doing all of that. So when I had my appointment yesterday, it was virtual. And he's like, hey, let's just drain it. Like there's no need in waiting. I don't want it to mess up your results. You're flat everywhere else, super flat up here. Like I can actually see my abs. So some of what Dr. Oster does is, he not only does he do the lipo, he does this thing called ab sketching, where it actually creates an ab. And it's crazy because I already see it, even swollen. So I see all of that, but then down there it was like that pooch. So I was like, so he was like, come in, in the morning and we'll get it drained. And I'm thinking like, oh, F, who wants to deal with, getting drained? And I start researching again. I'm like, am I going to have to be put to sleep? My mother-in-law's like, you're going to have to be put to sleep. I'm like, I don't think it's that serious. He wouldn't have just told me just to come in if, to drain it, if it was going to be like a whole bunch of something. So of course, what I do, I jumped on Google. Y'all, I will tell y'all to, you can get general information from Google and stuff, but I do feel like you have to be careful because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's body is different. How you're going to respond to certain things are different. Everybody's surgeon is different. So I will say to not really go heavy on the information that you see like on Google or even in these groups, because a lot of what I've seen in these groups kind of have, I wasted, I ain't gonna say I wasted because I did end up returning it, but it was like a lot of time and stuff that I wasted because I did order stuff that I really didn't need, or, thinking more about something than what I should have because I was in the group. So anyway, he made an appointment for me to go this morning at 9. So my husband's like getting pissed off because he really didn't want me to do the lipo. He was fine the way that I was. I did have to explain to him, like, it wasn't just about him. It was about me being a boutique owner, being the face of my brand or whatever. He loves me regardless. So, of course, we had to have that conversation again. So, anywho, so we got up this morning and I was there at 9:30. I got there at 9:30. I went to the back at 9:30 out, and I was out at 10. I was in the car at 10:02. So what they did do is they numb an area in your, like right where there was like pockets of, and I had a lot of it. Like they took out a liter of fluid. So just imagine walking around with like a liter of fluid just kind of hanging in your ab area. Like that was, and then your skin is already sensitive because, you had the lipo done. So he didn't want that to mess with my results because like it has to come out. So it was just hanging. So it hurt. Uncomfortable. So they did this real long syringe, and I'm sorry because I didn't get a video, but I am going to find a picture of that long ass syringe. But it was a long syringe, and like I said, they numb it. I didn't feel anything. I did feel like when she actually poked me to do the lidocaine in there, but that was it. I did help, like, so it was like just basically just like pushing, like she didn't even have to push initially to get to drain anything. And then like as the, the more that she got, the more that she took out, it was like we were just kind of like helping, pushing everything over to the syringe to come out. And girl, a liter. So there was literally like 12 of those real long syringe things of fluid that was just sitting there. And when I tell you, I seen even the difference in my stomach like that fast. Like, first of all, I'm flat. Second of all, it was just like, wow, like no, like that. I felt the relief, like after the third one that she took out, I felt the relief. So again, think about the fact that you have this hanging. It was just it's a lot. So like even that part of the emotion, because my husband he ended up leaving out of the room. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stay in here and watch that. So he's real, when it comes to me, he doesn't like to see me in pain. He doesn't like to see me hurting, like any of that. So for him, he's like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and leave out. And I was scared at first, but again, the team is so dope. Like she was like, girl, you got this. I got you. You can lean on me. You can do whatever. I didn't feel anything. And no sooner I was in there, I was done. Again, another reason why I'm so thankful that I chose to do this hair, because even when I did tell, the doctor the other day about the emotional, like up and downs that I've been going through, like it was like he cared, like I actually talk to him. It's not like I'm talking to somebody in the office or whatever. Like you can actually talk to the Dr. Oster, which is what I love about him as well. But so yes, it's definitely been like an emotional roller coaster. I'm glad that part is over. Today, I will say I'm feeling fine. This morning I was scared. So again, that's that whole up and down with everything that's going on, and everything that's going on with your body. And you're just like, well, shit. And I questioned a few times, like, why did I get this done? And I've said it before. Would I get it done again? Probably not. Chance of me getting it done again is like none. But, now that I did it, I'm glad that, it's done. But to go back through it, I probably wouldn't again. But it has nothing to do with the surge or anything like that. It's just that it's just my preference. And again, the emotional part of it is because my pain tolerance, I felt like was high, but that being uncomfortable, like it was like there was times in the morning I'm getting up like in the middle of the night peeing. I'm like, fuck, excuse me. I don't want to deal with this, So last 2 weeks have been a lot, but I'm done and over with. I feel really, really good. Today I feel a lot better. I'm actually upstairs at my office. I'm getting ready to go live and do a few videos because I had some stuff come in for that. So again, today is a good day. We are traveling, I think on Monday, and she said I was good with that. I was good to travel. She said that I may get some more fluid. I may not. Who knows? I am compressing with just wearing some, it's a compression undergarment. It's not I don't need a full body. And, that's fine too. I have not started waist training yet because of the soreness that I had. So I'll see how I feel next week to do like any kind of waist train or anything like that. But like right now, I'm like excited about my results. But again, there is an emotional toll that it takes. So I do want you guys to consider that when you are getting, or considering getting something done. I've never been in like to therapy or had any like issues with confidence or anything like that. Again, it's just something that I wanted to do. But the emotional part of it was questioning, like the pain, questioning like, why did I get it done? Questioning, a lot of different things. But, just want you to make sure that you're ready for that. Because again, I'm 2 weeks and a day post-op and I'm not back 100%. Have I been doing work? Yes. I mean, especially if you're somebody like I'm an entrepreneur. So sitting around is like not a thing to do for me or usually for us. So I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't like sitting around just not doing anything. So that took a toll as well. But it's just something to consider, the emotional part of, and again, I just had the Lipo 360. So, and I know I've heard different things about how the different pain levels from getting like your tummy tuck and stuff like that done. So I can't comment on that, but I will say the Lipo 360 is definitely an interesting feeling. So that's all that I have for you guys today. I am going to post some pictures once I am going to do some before and afters and some before and after video and post those as well so that you guys can see. So you're not just hearing my voice all the time. But I know that sometimes it's best to hear like people's actual experience. So again, thumbs up to Dr. Oster in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's dope. He's amazing. Everybody at his office is amazing. So that's it. Talk to you guys later.